Meet cute, boy, your meat is really fucking cute. Hey everyone, you're listening to Meet Cute, something that you supposedly love because you downloaded it and you're listening to it like a dum dum. I'm Joshua Harvey, and with me is just Matt Shipway.
Yeah, it's me.
Oh, geez, it's you all the way.
Thank you for the intro.
Yep, that's you. Also with us, we have Kat Countiss, our guest for this episode. Hi, Kat.
Hi guys.
Hi.
Um, this proves to be our episode that actually has someone who we don't know, so that's exciting for us. We have guests, Matt. We need to be on our best behavior.
I'm not there. I mean, I don't. You wouldn't know if I'm naked right now or not, so I can do whatever I want, really.
Matt,
I just don't have to be too vulgar, I guess.
are you naked right now?
I mean, we'll leave it to the people's imagination.
Whenever I would record with all my old bands, I would always record in my underwear because
No, you wouldn't.
I would.
I've recorded with you numerous times, and you never once wore your underwear.
I guess it was any time Jonathan recorded us, one of my old band leaders, and I would do that in the underwear because it acoustically sounds better.
Yeah, so all the sound waves bouncing off your skin instead of the clothes absorbing it.
It's ridiculous. First off, Kat, how are you doing?
Oh, I'm doing really well. Thanks for asking. I'm feeling excited to be on a audio only broadcasting system.
You shouldn't. There's way better things out there that you could be on. But thank you for bringing on this one.
No, I mean, isn't it exciting, right? Because I'm just like in your head, but you can imagine me like, however, yeah, I could be wearing different outfits.
She could be wearing different outfits. Kat here has her own, I guess, YouTube channel and stuff.
And stuff.
And
But yeah,
stuff. And website.
yeah, I think that if you want to get some weird, trippy ASMR videos, you can go to my YouTube channel.
Now, real quick, if you could describe what ASMR is, I would appreciate it because I don't know what that is.
You're so good at hosting shows, Matt, by taking the lead.
Thank you.
This episode's about ASMR. Kat, tell us what ASMR is.
I get this a lot. So ASMR stands for Autonomous Sensory Meridian Response, and there hasn't been a ton of research on it, but the idea is that highly sensitive people can get little tingles. That has been reported that it starts at like the top of your head and goes down the nape of your neck and down your spine, and they call them headgasms. I've heard them called other things, but
Matt's interested.
I mean, I am.
So I think a part of it is like set and setting. It's good to be in a quiet, relaxed place and always wear headphones. And some ASM artists, as they are called, use binaural microphones, and so it helps the effect that you can kind of hear the left going to the right and stuff. And people often ask me if I experience ASMR, and I do, but very specific triggers. Like there's this one woman on YouTube, and she has this really great accent, and she has this one role play where we go into like a dreamland, and it's kind of corny, but there are parts in it where they're just wonderful feelings. Tingles. It's good.
Yeah. So
What kind of accent does she have?
Russian.
Oh, okay.
Ugh, gross.
Whoa. Hey now.
No.
Do you know any Russians?
No, yeah, I
Sometimes.
actually do know Russian, so no, I don't have a problem with that. I feel like we've mentioned ASMR on the podcast before, Matt, but you probably were like high or drunk and didn't remember.
Probably.
But it's something I didn't really know about. I just know that like I would be laying in bed at night with all the lights out right before bed, looking at my phone on YouTube and stuff, and certain videos would just be super relaxing. I'm like, oh, this is great. I'm going to watch all the videos like this. Like, I think I first started with like, because this is going to sound real nerdy. My partner suffers from chronic back pain, so I was looking for videos for like tutorials for how to massage people. And then there was like a lot of those just like super soothing, especially if there's like hitting on their head or like hitting on their muscles and stuff. Like,
Wait, hitting on their
yeah, like giving them one-liners like, hey, muscles, where did you come from? Are you from? You must hurt because you fell from heaven, and then it feels really good. No, it's just like sometimes Matt's sick, by the way, everyone. So if you hear him
Sorry.
hacking up a lung in the background,
Yeah, that's me. Sorry.
but yeah, like it's called Tapoing. But if you're like hitting on like someone's muscles in like a chopping sort of way, that feels good too. But yeah, so I'd see like head massages and stuff like that, and like you can hear like the scratching of the hair, and I was like, it would always make me feel really like calm, and like my scalp would be tingling, and then I'd fall asleep, and it'd be like super great because I have a hard time sleeping.
Mm-hmm.
And then I started like hearing about ASMR and stuff, and then like looking at specific videos for them, and some of them make me super uncomfortable when they're really role play. But like I have very like a series like specific triggers that I have that like I think sound really good. A lot of things that are like I think a lot of ASMR is described by a lot of people as just like they feel really calm and soothed if they can see and hear people performing like very simple actions and stuff, or like
Very specific, like
Yeah.
with care actions.
Yeah.
Like miniatures are really popular,
wait, what's miniature?
where people do things with miniatures, where it's kind of like they're
Oh.
cooking like 1 grain of rice or something.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I think one that got me was there's there's a really highly produced video of I think looks like a Korean guy, I'm not sure, just in a white studio ironing a shirt. And it was like of a series of like people who are just really good at their jobs. And it's just like white studio, this guy, an iron and like a table, and he's just ironing a shirt, and he's fucking great at it. But everything's really well microphoned, so
Yeah.
like you're getting all of like the shirt, like the sound of the iron moving all across the shirt, and that was just like really soothing to me, and I would just like fall right asleep. But like my scalp and my neck are all tingly, and a lot of it's I see a lot of people making fun of it because like it seems really fetishy, but it's mostly just like watching soothing videos before you're going to sleep type thing.
Mm-hmm.
I do it literally every night, and it really helps me because I have bad insomnia, so it helps me go to sleep and stuff. How did you hear about it, Kat?
Me? Oh, a muse that I really appreciate, who's just like gotten me on a bunch of stuff, told me about it. And I was like, oh wow, there's a whole world for this. But her name's Melanie, and she's really special, and I know at some point she's going to hear this. So shout out to Melanie for being a great inspiration and knowing about cool stuff.
What up, Melody? But yeah, it's some of it's like just really basic, like just people like tapping on like glass or something. It's mostly just on YouTube from what I've been experienced to. I know there's some podcasts for it, but like just like all you're seeing is just someone tapping on a glass, and it's very well mic'd, and it's just really soothing. And or like someone just scratching like fabric and stuff. Like I watch a lot of those, and then there's some people who do like because some people really enjoy like I would almost equate it to like guided meditation, where it's sort of like role play. It's like, oh hey, we're going to do like a cranial nerve exam, or like going to be like selling you tea. It's just someone softly talking about tea. I've heard a few stand-up comedians actually do bits about this stuff too. But the fact that they're doing bits about it, and they're like, and then you're going to do this, and you're going to paint your nails really softly. Seth Morris does a really good version of he's got like a whole character developed around ASMR artistry. But also the fact that he knows so much about it, I bet that motherfucker watches ASMR. But it is kind of weird, I would say, but also I think really cool and soothing. Matt, I would suggest you look it up even, and maybe it'll help you sleep.
Well, I shall, because I have been having a hard time sleeping lately. So maybe this will work out.
Get super high.
No, I do, and that's the thing. Like, I just get high. I just want to keep getting more high and not go to sleep.
Yeah. You sort of also don't think too much about what you're like watching or listening to, because a lot of it's just like I don't know, just like not thinking or just being in the moment.
Right.
Like, I remember going with my great grandma to get her hair done. because I just always have hung out with old ladies, and that's my thing. And
Hmm.
just watching the lady like put up her hair in rolls for her perm is just like, oh, that's really soothing. Just watching someone knowing what they're doing really well and just like really efficiently going about everything, and like all the sounds, and like watching like the visuals associated with just like someone who knows what they're doing, that's sort of just random looking but not, I don't know, there's a lot of things that some people say trigger their good feels for ASMR and stuff.
Yeah, no,
Classic.
that makes sense. A thing I like to do is I like to fill up my bathtub and kind of do like a deprivation kind of thing,
Okay.
and then
Kat and I
like
both
either
looked at each
scratch
other.
my fingernails along the bathtub, or like
Uh,
tap my finger along the side of the bath, and just that sound is very soothing. So I don't know if that
I think you may enjoy
It's a
ASMR
great
then.
idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to get into a bathtub right
Yeah, a
now.
lot of people do. There's like people spend like hundreds of dollars on their like audio setup that they do for these things on YouTube, and I bet they're making like some of the people who like pop up for first on the search when you search for ASMR are probably making decent money doing it, because you can make decent money doing stuff on YouTube, and a lot of them like post multiple times a week. So if you have that much time to devote to it, you're probably just doing that like, for a living. But some people just do it like recreationally or just for you know, to express themselves in certain ways, because there's a lot of like, it's sort of performance and sort of like, would you describe it as performance, Kat?
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
I think it's a special audience though, where they're very encouraging because it's kind of like therapy, and so it's, as a performance artist, it's really great to have kind of a niche where right away they're like, "This is good stuff. You got to do this." And yeah, other performance art is not as accessible, I think, because there's no like canon and there's no traditions, and it's a weird thing to say about a YouTube movement, but
Yeah. But also,
yeah.
in terms of performance art, you do a bit of that also, right?
I do improv. Yeah.
Matt, shut up. Oh, wait a second.
What?
Matt, you just went out for
yeah, I
improv
I
troupe.
just did some improv.
Did
so.
you get in?
Well, it wasn't. I was mistaken. It was just an open
Oh.
rehearsal kind of thing, and they invited me. It was okay. So, backstory: there's a show that I do, every like month out in Redlands, and the people that put it on, they also they do an improv group, and so they invited me to come along to one of their rehearsals and like try out with them. And so I was like, oh, this sounds interesting. Like I haven't done very much improv, but I usually stick to stand up. But it was fun. Yeah, I went there and it was a lot of fun to do, and I learned a lot of things that I didn't like, stuff that I associated with improv but didn't necessarily know.
Such
But
as?
there's so many rules, which is the thing that kind of turned me off a little bit about it. I was like, I don't number one, I don't like people telling me what to do, and number two, I just just let me do my thing. But no, it's definitely, it's a brain exercise, which is why I kind of really like improv now.
It hurts my head.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure I'm just going to fuck everything up.
Well, that's the beauty of it. Maybe somebody else will fix it for you.
Right. But it's mostly improv comedy. Well, was it just improv comedy, or was it other stuff as well? At this
No,
point?
it was just all improv.
Oh, okay, so all kinds and stuff.
Yeah.
Well, that's cool.
Mm-hmm.
I know Kat's into a bit of the improv in its performance art aspect, would you say?
I'm still dealing with the word art. What?
Performance in of itself. I don't know.
Yeah, improv. You perform. It's pretty cool. Like people will go to watch you when you're up there.
What's some stuff that you have done in the past?
Me for a performance. Well, I was in Comedy Sports. Shout out to Comedy Sports Seattle Rec League. And now Comedy Sports in San Jose Minor League. Hey, getting up in the world. Yeah.
That, and we like San Francisco's pretty great for performance anyway. We've got a lot of spaces out here. So I know pretty soon Matt's probably going to be like, Matt, you should, like, Josh, you should go to one of these like live performance improv stuff and do this with me from 300 miles away.
Well, I've been trying to get you to,
Oh, that
to
sounds
go
fun.
to all these things with me every time I go up there, but
Wait.
Well, that one time.
Yeah. Yeah, come on.
Okay, wait. My question is, have you done that thing where you have Matt next to you, but he's like on an iPod or an iPad and like a rolling tripod?
Oh,
That'd be
that
cool.
would be great.
I would watch that. It's
Well,
kind
thank
of
you.
like low budget Matt. It's good stuff.
Look,
You
everything
don't know
about
what I look like, so you might want to retract that.
It'd be great because we could save a lot of money on wardrobe.
everything about Matt's low budget, so that's fine.
Whoa, is that a dig?
No.
Okay.
Yes.
No, I'm not even wearing a shirt right now.
All right, so we're half confirmed that Matt is naked.
Yes,
Halfway there.
for the most part.
So I think we're gonna set up for ASMR, kind of like performance or like example
I think a demonstration.
demonstration. So
In a
we're gonna do that
second.
real quick. So we're back, and sorry about that, guys, but we're all set up. So, Kat, what I guess describe your microphone that you have here because it's pretty unique for ASMR.
For ASMR, it's pretty standard. I looked up some research.
I guess unique to ASMR is what I.
Oh, yes. It's a binaural microphone. It's made by the 3DO company. It's got two silicone human ears molded and slapped onto the sides. And they're left and right microphones. There's a little battery that fuels the amp in it. If you take it in to an airport, they will stop you. And in the case of the time I was in Minnesota, they will stop you for over 20 minutes and call the explosive specialist and like not take you over to the side like they normally do, but instead keep it inside or near that box where they do the x-rays in. And they'll give you a stern lecture.
So what you're saying is you're a terrorist.
I didn't say that.
Only when it comes to blowing up mines.
Whoa.
Good one, Matt.
I will attack first with mines.
All right.
Anyways, it's a binaural microphone, and so the idea is that it's like a human head. So, the microphones are spread in such a way that it's about the same distance as your own ears, and so if you hear me going from one side to the other, it's a similar motion as if I was right next to your cheek, whispering into your ear.
And stuff.
Fantastic.
Okay. So, all right. So we'll just have her do a demo of this. I'm sending Matt a picture so he knows what we're doing with. So yeah. So I'm gonna turn off your other mic and turn on your ASMR one. So hold on a sec, and we're all set. Go for it.
Hello. Can you hear me? How about now? Is this good? Welcome to ASMR. How are we doing?
We're doing good. So I was just letting you do your thing. Matt, you still there?
Oh yes.
Let me clear the table.
So what was hold on. Let me get your
So now, do we applaud? Do we applaud that? I don't.
No,
Do you do that? Do you ever get a chance to do that kind of stuff live, or is it just like on video?
On video. But
Okay.
I have done like live sessions, but it's like a one-on-one thing.
Do you get applause afterwards?
I've never gotten applause for an ASMR performance.
That's a shame.
Yet.
Matt.
It's all on you. Yeah. Thank you.
If I had one of those like microphones, I would do a hand clap in each ear.
Yeah.
So,
Oh,
you'd be
that's
able-
smart. Yeah. Get some of that going.
So for the listener, what were some of the stuff we'll probably post pictures, but what were some of the things you were using for that cat?
So here on my prop table, I have a comb.
Can you demonstrate that real quick?
Okay. So here's a comb. Hold on, let me turn it on. It's a normal plastic comb. I got it for cheap.
I'm particularly fond of that one.
And this is a rattle, which I found at Goodwill. It's pretty cool looking.
Mostly paper. I feel like soft noises that absorb like impact seem to be really popular with ASMR.
It's a nice piece of plastic. Then I have this makeup eyeshadow kit.
Now, do you get any requests for like certain sounds?
Oh yeah, I once did a latex glove video, and that seemed to get a lot of requests for more, and it seemed a little weird. I haven't done it yet. It's just not like on my favorite list. But yeah, this is a nice sound. I really like this high quality foil. It's very sturdy.
Sorry, I'm bumping things.
You might have heard some water sounds.
Yeah.
Classic.
Classic ASMR.
ASMR. Yeah, it's so soothing. It's just like nature.
Yeah, something about it's weird because in like Hollywood productions, there's a whole like part of the production that's recording the Foley. Which is like if you're like walking or
Just making noises.
handling
the whole time.
anything, it's just them. Like they're not going to get it on set because it's just too precise of a noise. But they're like people out there who like if someone's holding a gun or something or like flipping through
like
papers.
the
what
stabbing
does that feel
noises that you hear in like horror movies. That's
Yeah.
all Foley artists.
Yeah, it's all
Or the
recorded
stepping.
afterwards. Oh yeah, especially
all
footsteps.
the minuscule sounds that you hear is all part of that.
Yeah. So I imagine they would be really good ASMR people because they're like used to getting very specific noises. Like, oh, how do you? I love seeing sci-fi.
Like coughs.
Yeah, like off-screen coughs. I love seeing sci-fi and like imagining the Foley people being like, "Oh man, what's the noise of a like face hugger emerging from a like egg or something? Like how did like
It's
that
like
doesn't exist
stepping on
in
a banana.
reality."
That's the sound.
So it's I imagine they'd be really good at it, and I've seen their studios, and it's just like tons of random shit all over the place, just with like weird things that make other noises, like and then like what it takes to make certain noises is pretty interesting. I've always been really fascinated by the like audio recording spectrum that's out there, and ASMR. I think just it was. Actually, now that I think about it, I know I used to watch a lot of DVDs.
What are those?
Exactly. And then the special features on the DVDs would have like production notes and stuff. And then like I remember seeing like because with Lord of the Rings, there's like production notes for everything.
Way to pull it. Way to pull that.
What? It was 4 discs, and one of them like was mainly just for production.
Yeah.
But like them showing like all the Foley artists doing their things was like really soothing.
Okay,
to
tell
me.
us, what sounds did they gather to create the sounds for the Balrog?
Oh, the Balrog was like a bunch of. I don't think that was even in-house stuff. It was them like having to go. I think some of it was like a car being crushed, and then also like a variety of animals, like all sort of spliced together and like with at different frequencies.
What kind of animals?
I think there's like some sort of large cat in there, and then I want to say a bird of some kind, a bird of prey of some kind, like screeching, and then they just like elongated the waveform of it and just made that noise. There's really lot goes into a small piece of the production, but that was fascinating to me. And then seeing them like make, I think specifically the thing of like having to record all like the different footsteps of everyone, so they like get different types of shoes to like crunch over gravel as people, like the different characters are hiking around, was very soothing to me. Now that I think about it, it's just like, this is Gimli and he's like got a heavier steps, so it's like going across gravel and stuff. I'm the coolest person on the planet, guys, just to let you know. But yeah, that always liked, and I feel like a lot of ASMR people could probably find a good time in Hollywood doing Foley recording, since it's obviously an interest of theirs. But I feel like there's more like wanting to connect with people and make people happy that's in ASMR too. Because I feel like a lot of them just do it for free, or I don't
It's
know.
all about the likes, guys.
Yeah, it's all about the
Pay
likes.
us and
Gotta get the likes, the
and
views.
stars,
Don't you know?
favorites,
Wait,
shares.
oh, is that what we're supposed to be focusing on, Matt?
Yes. I don't know. I don't know how this whole thing works.
Neither do I. Like us on iTunes, guys.
Oh yeah, the more you comment, the more people
Yeah.
will discover the things.
Smash
you
that like button. I don't know. I'm just trying to sound cool, guys. So since Matt's like new to this and stuff, I feel like you and I could nerd out in some ways about like the ASM artists that we enjoy. Do you have any that are favorites of yours?
I like Elsa. She's like a gentle water whisperer. I think that's in her tagline. She has a really sweet accent, and I've seen her play with lotions. That's a nice, gentle sound. And she doesn't do a lot of role plays, which I like, because sometimes role plays they seem a little corny. Yeah, I feel like it's just like, I'm not
Okay,
in a massage
I'm
parlor.
sorry for interrupting. I got it. How do role plays work in ASMR?
Well, I think the thing I first started seeing when ASMR was first showing up was people doing cranial nerve exams.
That's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like you're the camera looking at the doctor, and they're doing a series of like tests on you. So they'll be like making noises in each of the ears, and it's pretty similar to what you would get in a normal cranial nerve exam. It was probably people who got enjoyment from watching videos of people producing that. So it's like making different noises at different levels and sides of the camera, light, playing with light, shining it in the camera at different
There's like a medical aspect to it.
yeah, and it's very like straightforward. It's doing like sort of seemingly nonchalant.
So it's like a POV kind of video.
Yeah, exactly. And most ASMR videos are like that. So it's like you just sort of have to imagine them doing, and I think that's the most awkward part of it for some of them, especially with the more roleplay thing, is they're doing like things around or to you, and you sort of have to have suspension of disbelief for if that's like your thing.
I hear that eye contact can be pretty eerie.
Oh my god, I can't handle it. Because I'm terrible at eye contact anyway, so when they're just like right in your face, I'm like, no, I can't do this. Not human intimacy. But yeah, and some of it's just like, I think one that gets a lot is like scalp massages and stuff.
Haircuts are really great.
Haircuts.
The sound of scissors right next to your ear.
Yeah.
It's a Classic.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what they cut though, but also that cutting sound.
Yeah, and
the
a lot of
cutting
it
material.
Yeah, a lot of it is you can't see what they're like what materials they're using, so it
Right.
kind of enhances the experience in that
Mhm.
because I'm sure it'd look really silly if you could see what the like. I know I've deduced from my from my thinking about it that you know those pillows that you get like at airports that go around your neck that sort of
Right.
have a bunch of like non or inorganic beads in them. I think that's one thing that some people use for like scalp massages. So they sort of like just move that around a lot in different parts of the like binaural microphone spectrum. That sort of like sounds like it's running over hair, but it's actually that. And that's one of my favorites. I like things that sort of border on white noise. So that's like the head massage thing is that, and I don't get that many like head massages or massages in general. So I'm just like, wouldn't that be great? Because I'm not good at asking for things. So Matt, next time I see you, I could really use a head massage.
You will get so many head massages.
After this podcast
We're
airs,
also going to do
people are
Molly.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, Matt, have I ever done Molly with you?
Have you ever what?
Done Molly with you around? Have we ever done Molly together?
No.
That's weird.
No, but I'm hoping that if you show up to my camping trip that you will bring some.
I think y'all should do a Molly episode where you take Molly and
Oh
make
my
it
god,
Oh,
that
that
would
would
be
be
amazing.
terrible.
No, by design, it would be the best feeling
No,
ever.
it would be terrible because it'd just be like, oh my god, Matt, I love doing things with you. You're like,
Yeah, because I would just
The
say,
best-
Josh, I fucking hate you.
oh no. All right, never mind. I don't want to do that with you now.
No, we have to now.
I don't want to hear how much you hate me.
Yes, you do.
Wait, that's weird. I feel like you're saying that I'm into when people don't like me.
No, yeah, you are.
No.
That's why we are friends.
Matt, I just want you to accept me. Fine.
Someday.
Someday over the rainbow. So I have a few people that I'm personally fond of. Did you have any more to name, Kat?
I'm mostly a producer. Like, I like the idea of consuming, but I have much more fun, like finding cool ways to deliver different experiences.
That's probably smart in some ways.
I mean, it's kind of like I just got a lot of things to do.
Yeah, Kat's got her hands in a lot of pies.
My hands are so big, and the pies are so plentiful, and my fingers get really sticky and
And who
sweet.
doesn't want pies?
I know, there's so many flavors.
Oh, now I'm hungry. All I've had today is like a hot dog.
You want some chocolate?
No, I'm fine. I've also been drinking, so I don't usually consume candies.
For the listeners at home, I have 2 different kinds of chocolate with me. I have Dandelion's dark chocolate at 70%. And I have Hershey's cookies and cream, which I think by definition is 0%.
A very stark contrast of the two candies.
Yeah, one is like a
I've never heard
hyper-local
of.
San
Second
Francisco
one,
company.
that is go-to.
Dandelion Company is like a chocolate company here in San Francisco. You wouldn't understand Matt Shipway.
No, because I don't live there.
No.
They have
But if you did,
a
it'd be cool.
factory on Valencia. You should go.
Yeah.
They have a little cafe.
I know where I'm going next time I come visit. Do they give out free chocolates? Is it anything like the Hershey
samples.
factory?
No, it's better.
Oh, really?
They
Do they
have-
have roller coasters?
They have a thing called calculus.
Do I have to do math? Because then I'm out.
It's not like that. They do the math for you. You can just enjoy the sweet
Okay,
results.
sweet.
Just imagine your experience of deliciousness, but in a logarithmic fashion.
I don't like that. Because math makes me angry and confused.
You don't call it arithmetic?
No, I try to stay as far away from math as possible, which is weird because I'm a drummer and that's only math.
What do you do?
Well, my favorite, I've got a lot of ASMR people that I enjoy. One of them I think Matt would find hilarious. His name is, his YouTube's channel is Fred's Voice, So it's this guy who looks and sounds like Thor. Not that he dresses like it. It's just he's a British man and he's got a very low voice.
Okay.
And but he does a lot of like cool, sometimes borderline nerdy like ASMR things, and a lot of it's like focuses on people who this is like. He's obviously someone who consumes a lot of it, and it's like, hey, a lot of you people seem to, I mean, in a much sexier, more British voice, but like, he's like, oh, no, a lot of you people sort of like get immunity after a while if you're consuming a lot of it, because it just doesn't do what it used to do. So he tries to find like new and unique things to like create it, and then like does it off camera. That way you don't know what it is.
What is the most unique thing you've heard from him?
Some of them I can't even tell. I think he has some sort of pipe that's coated of some kind, and he has it very well mic'd, most likely in there, and you can like hear his hands running along it, like essentially in between your ears, so it's like going through your head. It's very cool.
Cool.
But he also has a bunch of weird things that I'm just like, I don't like this man, because a lot of it, it's weird because ASMR is, I don't consider it a fetishy thing, but it's also feels like that just because I know some of the like. I mean, I'm somewhat connected to the fetish scene in San Francisco, and it gets really weird. But this is like a non-sexual fetish thing, so it's like, what makes you feel the best out of all these? So it's like he's got one that's rude English gentleman. So it's just him being a soft.
I love that.
Him being a soft.
I'm in already.
Him being like just a soft-spoken asshole, like mostly shop people, where he's like explaining things, like showing you things. Like he has like a tea version and like a chocolatier version and things like that. So he's just like opening things and softly explaining to them to you, and then getting sort of irate, like, I don't know why you needed to do that. It's very uncouth of you. Just being like English mean to you in a lot of ways. And then there's another one that's just like this super adorable girl who does like nothing but like fucking with the camera. So it's just like a lot of noises around the camera and the binaural microphone, just like tapping and like layered noises. And I like a lot of things that sort of form white noise. So it's a lot of like racket around the camera and microphone, and I sort of really enjoy that. So can't remember her station off the top of my head, but it's particularly good. And then there's like just a variety of other things. I don't get too into the super roleplay ones because I don't like people doing things for me. So it's not what I'm prone to. So when it's like, like roleplay a friend doing X for you, I'm like, no. Friends don't do nice things for each other.
It's too generous. You forget that they could like do this for millions of people at the same time with the same effort.
Yeah, I know. It's still not something I could do. I'm like, no. But I think my favorite right now is a guy named Raffy Taffy. He's just like this Latino guy who he's just like a big, fat, adorable, cute guy. And I'm just like, oh, you're adorable. I love you. I love everything that you do. And it's mostly just like him doing stuff. And a common thread is he's always doing this when his roommates are out because they make too much noise. He's like, hey, guys, my roommates have finally gone. I've been waiting 3 hours for them to leave. And then he does like all the ASMR stuff. And he's really like, he's got like the fastest fingers. So he does a lot of tap videos. And I find that particularly cool. And then the last upload that he made was him and his roommate doing it together. Super weird because it was obvious that it was like one of his roommates at some point were like, Raffy, what the fuck are you doing at home when we're not here? And he probably had to explain it. And then one of them was like, oh, that's cool. Let me try. And he couldn't say no, most likely. So it was just him and his roommate like doing tap stuff around the camera. And it was both awkward and cool because two people doing it at the same time, you get a lot more like variation around the spectrum of noise for the microphones.
Hey, Josh.
What?
Do you want to try?
No, I'm too inebriated to be able to do this.
You just like click your like little fingers together and makes noise. You don't have to say sweet things.
Yeah, I'm not good at saying sweet things.
No. Okay.
Yeah.
I always try to propose to people to help me with these videos, and it's nice just to have like an extra pair of hands, like crinkling some paper for me, because it's nice when it gets to like multi-level.
Yeah, exactly.
But I guess that's why you can edit it in post. That's what I always do.
Well, Matt, how much editing goes into this?
So you have no idea, Josh.
I'm sure you. It's funny because I know how much can be done, and I'm always like, I wonder how much actually Matt commits to it.
Too much, to be honest. Like when we first started, not that much, and then our friend engineer showed me so many tricks, and now like I have to do every single thing every time we edit or I edit these episodes. So a lot. So a lot's gonna go into this episode, but you know it's gonna be fine.
I'm sorry, Matt.
Okay.
But I appreciate the effort that you put into this.
Stop.
I like in the beginning, I was like, oh, I can do everything, and then I realized I couldn't, and then Matt stepped up like a fucking trooper.
One of those troopers.
Yeah, and he's very talented at the audio editing.
Shout out to Matt Shipway.
Matt Shipway, audio editor extraordinaire.
Put that on your resume, extraordinaire.
It is something you can put on your resume, you know, Matt.
Oh, well, I mean, I have a job now, so...
One unemployed person to an employed person. It's something you could do.
Is your mind on that all the time? Just like, what else can I put on this piece of paper?
Yeah, might as well.
No, it's never on. But, well, except for when it comes to creative stuff, because I guess I'm always thinking about, creative stuff you could put on, like, a creative resume, like if I was down south and needed to get a job in some sort of production thing.
Yeah, no. Like, yeah, if I ever wanted to get, like, or try to get a job for, like, an audio engineer or doing something like that, then I would definitely put this on there.
But
hopefully they wouldn't reject me.
But I'm sure both of us feel inadequate because we actually have a friend who's in the
so much better than both of us.
Who's so much better than both of us, like records for major motion pictures and TV shows at a studio, and probably thinks that this podcast that he's most likely listening to right now
this very moment
a piece of shit.
Okay, so I'm gonna bring this up real quick. Did you get an email from him?
No.
Okay, he sent me an email saying, "Oh, I've been listening to your podcast. There's another like a sound generator that you guys can sign into. It's only $15 every single time you sign into it.
Oh my god!
But you know, it'll be a lot better." It's like, Josh, I love you so much, but I'm not willing to pay $15 every single time I want to talk to you on this podcast.
That I agree.
Yeah.
I mean, you're one of my favorite people, but $15? Yes.
Yeah, no.
Favorite?
Not. I shouldn't have to pay to hang out with you.
Yeah. We love each other. We have a great relationship. Well, then we've done it so long for free. We're like those millennials who like grew up illegally downloading stuff, and we just don't know how to like legally acquire it now.
Yeah, and if maybe a lot more people started listening to this, then yeah, maybe I might consider it. But no, we have like 3 people. Sorry.
I think you go for the Kickstarter where like top tier is like, and then we're gonna pay everybody $5 to listen to this, and they won't care if it sucks.
That's actually an interesting angle to go about it. Like, we need a Kickstarter to be able to bribe as many people to listen to it for like a couple weeks, get to the top of iTunes, and then everyone notices us.
It's true. Hook, line, and sinker.
We're terrible at marketing, Matt.
Yeah, there's no bringer shows for podcasts.
No. Especially with, like, podcasting blowing up the way it is right now. You take greens. Not you, Matt. Sorry, Kat. We're smoking marijuana.
I was thinking it might be interesting to hear.
Well, I mean, if you guys are, might as well ruin this episode.
Oh, my God. God damn it, Matt Shipway.
Poor guy. He's so sick.
Damn it, I accidentally turned off my mic instead of yours.
Tell me again about that $15.
No,
Does it make like the people
just adds
better?
to it. There's no people trying to like listen to ADMR with people coughing in the left side of their ears. Sorry. I just ruined this. Ew.
It's a audio service that probably has better quality than this. Although, Matt, I feel like you sound pretty good.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah.
Well, I totally lost my voice last week, and it's back now.
Yeah, I'm really happy about that. You've got a good voice, boyo.
No, thank you.
You're welcome. For comedy. I'm gonna pass for now. We're passing the shit around. So, Matt, I'm gonna get your overall perspective on the whole ASMR thing, since we're two people who are obviously super into it, and I'm forcing this upon our podcast. What's your perspective on it?
Well, no, I think it's interesting. I definitely think it's something that I had never heard about before. So I think it's something that hasn't been touched on. But it's definitely interesting. Like I said before, like my baths, I'm doing my quotations with fingers right now. Where I would just lay down and just try and get some kind of solitude.
Can you record that?
I would what?
Can you record your baths? They sound nice. Maybe you could be an ASMR artist.
Like if I can get like an
Don't
underwater
electrocute
microphone
yourself. Yeah.
to hear everything that I'm hearing, that would be awesome. But yeah, just my baths where I'd scrape along the sides or like tap, like it amplifies the sound, and it also not a singularity, but it singles out the sound, and that's all that you hear. And it was very relaxing doing that, which is also the same thing that you guys are going for with the ASMR, which I think is very interesting. And, I made it a point not to research it when Josh told me that who we were having on. I made it a point not to look you up because I didn't want to know anything, because I wanted to be the audience, even though I'm a co-host. With parentheses.
Look, let's face it, it was an excuse for you to not do research.
Oh, exactly. The least I can do, that works best for me. But yeah, it's definitely interesting. It's definitely something that I'm going to look into. Because again, I just bought an Xbox One, so I've been up so much lately. So I need help falling asleep, and this is
Yeah, not being employed, I found that I've switched back to my default sleeping schedule, which is just stay up till 3 and then wake up at 7.
Because what else are you gonna do?
Yeah.
Why do you wake up at 7?
I don't know. I just sort of naturally sometimes wake up around then. So anywhere in between 7 and 9, I'll wake up just because I don't need that much sleep, I think. And but I know getting more makes me feel better.
Yeah, I've heard that very productive people are like 8 hours. It's kind of a lot. But can you imagine how much more you would do if you did less for 8 hours?
Yeah. I mean, I should also probably not spend a lot of my time like playing fucking Pokemon Go or reading stupid shit on the internet.
But at least you have to go out and do stuff to play Pokemon Go.
Yeah, I just got my bike fixed and I'm super excited about that.
Nice.
What? But I think after this I'm gonna like delve into the weird corners of ASMR. I've also seen a lot of ASMR parody videos, and they're mean. I don't like them.
Oh well, obviously, like again, I haven't been privy to ASMR, but just you saying that there's parody videos, it sounds like people are just trying to be dicks.
Yeah, exactly. And
parody is entertaining. I appreciate it.
Here's the thing. I feel like there's a level of parody that can be quality, but a lot of parody just is low quality because it's just they don't really isolate what it is that they don't like about the thing that they're making fun of, and they just sort of poorly imitate it, and then that makes people laugh. But I think
also just the fact that there are parody videos means that I am behind the times because I've never even heard of this before, this podcast.
Google's starting to buy up a lot of ASMR locations on the internet, like with domains and stuff, and they're starting to archive certain sounds and audio clips that can fall into their ASMR archive. So it's enough to where Google has noticed its popularity and is starting to like do research and archival efforts towards. I just read that online today because I'm a nerd and I read a lot of stuff online.
Can you trademark sounds? Is that a thing?
That's an interesting thing.
I know that there's like a yell that most people use in their
Oh.
like movies. What is it? It's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
Halpern yell or
Yeah, yeah.
something.
It's been like so many movies and like
Yeah.
literally every,
Yeah,
it's just like "Wah!" It's in Star
Yeah.
Wars every movie and every like season.
Did they make Jar Jar's voice out of that? Yeah.
I wish. Oh man, hold on. I wonder if I can find that. But it's like a really old like VO.
Yeah, no, I've made it a point to look it up before because I've heard it so many times. Like, what is that called? That has to be something.
The thing I associate it most closely with is when someone gets shot in a western and then falls over the railing into
falls
something.
off a cliff or something.
Yeah.
No, specifically the railing.
Oh,
I like that.
the Wilhelm scream.
Yeah.
That's what it's called.
Another one of those nerdy.
Yeah, it's been used in more than 225 movies
Yeah.
and television episodes. Crazy.
So it's just like the nerds in the Dolby sector, like having an inside joke, and I always hear it in stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So like everyone always wants to like.
It's also like that
Hold on a
cat's
sec.
meow whenever somebody like
I got it right here.
kits a cat or something. It's like, oh, Carol. Yeah.
That's good.
And it's from like when does it date back to? It's really old. It's really 1951.
Like 25, I think. 1925,
Really?
maybe?
I'm seeing 51 here.
Oh, 50. Yeah, all right, sure.
That's still pretty old for an audio clip. That's before digital.
Yeah. Which it's the perfect sound for that thing happening.
Something happening to someone and then falling.
Yeah.
I don't know how we got onto that tangent. Sorry, guys.
That sounds.
Yeah, it's all sounds. This is our audio episode.
A podcast having an audio episode?
Yeah, that's weird.
It's our audio episode.
You're welcome.
For your ears.
Kat, in terms of, we can get super nerdy a little bit into the performance aspect of here in San Francisco, because I know
Please get as dirty as you can.
on your YouTube channel you have like some visuals that you have
It's true.
that you I think have used for performances. What were they? The prismatic ventricles.
So I had a recording group in Seattle called Prismatic Ventricles.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, so that one was like a 70 video YouTube channel of videos from field recordings that we took with the binaural microphone, but also some contact mics. We had
And what kind of stuff
few
do you guys do
sessions.
out there?
record things. I went to Seattle Center and got some really great fountain sounds and leaves and rustles of variety of textures and fountains. It's been a great time.
Yeah, I think that's another thing that I look up on YouTube sometimes to help me sleep too, is a variety of just like background noise that sort of like is soothing enough to finally help me sleep and stuff.
When you fall asleep at night is listening to my clock pass by. And I don't know why, but it's so soothing, and I can drown everything else out just by listening to that.
That's awesome. I have to listen to.
Thanks.
I think the thing that I need is one that is a favorite of mine is the sound of like gigantic air conditioning units for skyscraper buildings.
Okay.
It's just
very
like
specific.
a heavy drone that I'm really, really fond of. And have
I
either?
also have an air conditioner right next to my bed so that I also fall asleep to that.
Oh, I
So
fucking love that. Yeah.
I can understand that.
Also, have either of you ever been in a server room?
Oh no, that sounds fascinating
Like
though.
12 times.
Really?
Wow.
Really?
No, that was a joke.
I was gonna say
Okay.
that's enough times, I think.
Yeah, yeah. I've known people who work at like sort of like the bases for tech storage, and
Mm-hmm.
they just have like these huge, well lit rooms of all the servers, and it's cold as fuck in there, and they're
Yeah.
loud because there are a bunch of fans like cooling off all the servers that people are accessing for their like internet browsing data, and it's just like you can't hear anything except for the white noise drone of all of the like fans in there. And
Yeah,
just like
it's a hum.
yeah,
Hey, can we pause for a second?
yeah.
I was just thinking about this. I'm a little high right now. And so the idea is you play one of my YouTube channel videos from the Prismatic Ventricle days, and
Yeah.
we can just get a taste of what it sounded like.
Yeah, just talk amongst yourselves. We don't even need to pause for any moment.
Okay. When I
Well,
say
how
pause,
about
I
an
don't
intro
mean
to
like
it?
audience
Yeah, yeah.
pauses. Okay, so
Intro into
in
that.
Seattle,
Look, I'm just trying to cut down on your work, Matt.
my friends Josh and Melanie and I created Prismatic Ventricles, which was a recording group that worked on some really interesting instruments and sounds and locations. But the idea is like a sound collage with a lot of editing and post and layers, and ultimately a kaleidoscopic visual style for the videos. And I had a really great time working on these visuals. They're really fun to kind of trip out to, if I might say that on air. It's a good time.
Whoa, hold on. I'm not sure if you're allowed to say that on the air.
This is not his fault.
Okay,
love
we'll
you
edit
with
that
people-
out. Editor's note. Anyways, you might want to fade it in. Is that even possible there?
Oh, it's totally possible. Matt's just gonna have to shut up for a second.
Yeah, it's special.
You can, I don't even. I can just talk
Love
all
and
through
Hope
this.
published. It's not his
I would
fault.
be able to like
He said,
edit it out.
What, Matt? Be quiet for a sec.
do you have a website, telephone, in order to overcome it, River Bridge, and call the voice of the night who loved us? I forgot to press it. However, do not contact me. I heard. I wrote a friend. If, after 3 to 4 months, if I met you, this is what I have you. You. For me, they are too good. Sometimes I feel like a park, daily depending on the treadmill. It is surrounded by a gravel road through lush. Your, I say, I choose my gate, and I graft my destination.
Okay,
That was
that is
fun.
a terrible acid trip.
Oh, terrible! I've never heard that before. It's
Have you
usually
ever
been
had a
really
bad acid
good.
trip?
No, I'm sorry.
No, don't be sorry. That's great.
I'm sorry that people have bad acid trips. It's
I
true.
have before. It's a lot like that. Essentially.
no.
Well, no.
What?
It's not when I mean bad acid trips. I'm just gonna go show my druggy aspect right here. But like bad acid trips necessarily aren't like, oh no, it was terrible. It's just overwhelming.
Whelming.
Yes.
Whelming.
It's
Yeah.
a bit overwhelming, and
I can understand you. I did acid once when I was in high school, and
what a
in my
loser.
room as a child, well, in high school, I had one of those ceilings that kind of looks like cottage cheese.
The popcorn ceilings.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
yeah.
you know what I'm talking
Yeah.
about. And I constantly thought that bugs were trying to like cocoon themselves in there
Oh, God.
and breaking out. And so the entire time I was just knocking all of them off the ceiling in my room and onto my bed.
Oh goodness.
And I didn't realize. Yeah,
Did
I
you
didn't
eat
realize
it?
until
Did you think
right
it was
now
popcorn
that
and eat it?
the acid actually worked, and that's what I was doing.
So you know it's working when you're doing something really weird.
All right.
Oh, that's cool.
I really like seeing the faces and like cartoon objects in the popcorn ceilings.
Yeah.
You ever stare up and you're just like, "There's Elvis. Okay, now he's gone, but there's a dog bone. Oh
yeah.
no, now he's gone."
Constantly. Also terrifying things if
Whoa.
you're a scared child like me.
Right.
So sorry. You looked up and Cthulhu was there and wasn't going away. Isn't it
Cthulhu.
talking like
No.
with his tentacles?
Look, I was a little religious kid. There was Satans up in there. Religion, everyone. It's great for you.
You know what I'm worried about?
What are you worried about?
The Demogorgon from Stranger Things.
Oh my god.
Matt, have you watched that yet?
Who wouldn't be? That's a terrifying creature
Yeah.
that anybody would be afraid of.
It's like
Yeah.
at first it's got no face, but then it blossoms into like a petal-like maw,
That's
where
the
from
worst
all
part.
sides the teeth and the throat,
Just the reach on that
rippling
face
of the
is
mouth.
what I'm afraid of.
Yep, I'm scared. I was actually more scared of it when you couldn't see it. So that's just me.
Well,
I'm more scared of what you can't
That's
see.
what they always say.
Wow, is that like a hipster answer to Stranger
No.
Things?
Well, you accused me of being a hipster. I watched it on my projector that I have at home, and you can't see shit in dark, scary movies.
That's another very hipster answer
What?
to the thing.
No.
You're digging
watched
yourself
on my
into a
projector.
corner here. Say something not about record players.
Can you try?
Did you play the
can you try to
soundtrack
act
on a
like You
record?
don't live in San Francisco for 1 second.
I just checked out some Wolverine and the X-Men trade paperbacks
Okay,
from
there
the
you go.
public library. Because SF Public Library has a very well-stocked graphic novel section.
Wait, what library?
The San Francisco Library.
Oh, god damn it!
Oh, I'm
Josh.
sorry. I fucked it up again. But honestly, a lot of libraries are starting to carry more comics, so word to the
I hope
wise,
so.
go get your comic books for
There
free.
you go. Bone up on your visual language and
Put all
participate
the other
in
comic books
popular
as shown.
culture in a way like you've never experienced before
For real.
at your local library.
So yeah, I'm trying to think of anything else to say about ASMR, Kat?
Sometimes people don't really know what they're experiencing, and there's not really like a better word for it than ASMR.
But it's still an experience. I mean,
it
just
very
from
much
this,
is.
I've only had one microphone or one headphone working this entire time.
Oh, that
And
sucks.
So imagine if I had both my headphones working.
Yeah,
It
It'd
would
be
be
great.
amazing.
yeah. So I would say, do you have a set of headphones that you can use that both work? Because just check out ASMR when you do. I'll send some
Yes.
to you just so you can. Also,
Well,
with
send it to me anyway.
on themeetcute.com, we'll post some example ASMR videos for some people to look at and listen to and hopefully enjoy. We'll get together some of our favorites and
And
share
also,
them.
Kat, what is your YouTube channel? Where can people find you at? You know, share it with everybody. Let them know what's going on.
We'll definitely have that on the website as well, but I could say that it's for people I think that are at least a little high or like full blown like smoking DMT. It's for all ages.
If you just search for Katrina Countiss on...
I'm sorry, Katarina Countiss.
Oh, see, there I go.
God damn it, Josh.
Edit that in post, thanks.
Nope, not going to edit that in post.
Add
Joshua
extra
fucks
letters there.
everything up.
No, it's okay. Just say Katarina,
Yeah.
and you'll cover all your bases.
Okay,
There's
perfect.
A gazillion.
Just look for that
Yeah.
on YouTube, and you'll find all of her stuff. Everywhere.
There'll be a link on the website, which I think will be easier for people.
Matt, do you have a YouTube video to plug?
No, just the ones that I have up there already.
Oh.
Just gotta look at my name. I'm number 2 on Google.
Really?
Who's number one?
Number 1 is a rugby player by the same name.
Oh,
I
that
thought you were gonna
motherfucker.
say God.
Yeah, no.
Don't-
Yeah, there
Still
you
being
are,
number one.
right on YouTube. Matt Shipway.
Yeah.
Matt Shipway at Flappers. Matt Shipway at Flappers. That's it.
Can I talk about a show that I'm working on?
Yeah,
Please
go for it.
do.
Okay, cool. So, it's called ASMR with Katarina, and it is September 28th and 29th at 7:30 p.m. And it's a sliding scale, $10 to $20, and I'm going to be performing along with Ariel Daly, Estefano Romani, and Nina Shastri at the Safe House Arts. It's at 1 Grove Street, San Francisco. No late seating. And you can find out more information at safehousearts.org. Thanks.
We got real NPR there for a second.
I loved it. I enjoyed every minute of it. It felt like I was finally making my dreams come true.
Uh-huh.
And then you're like, if only.
Right. I'm going to encourage everyone to go out there and look for Welcome to Sunnydale on iTunes. It's a really good podcast, and I'm taking over hosting of it soon. So catch up on your... shut up, Matt. Catch up.
No.
Can we apply for that?
No, don't stop
I
it.
will.
I'll turn
Should.
all your mics off.
You all will. Once you hear Josh's version of Welcome to Sunnydale, you all applaud every single.
I am on an episode of that already, and it's probably the best one that they produced, which is why I'm going to be hosting it now.
Wow.
So,
Ego on ya.
It's the stuff that I'm producing right now isn't out yet, but look for it soon. Welcome to the number 2 Sunnydale. Yeah, and anyone else have anything cool to say to everyone?
Have you ever passed a piece of paper through your monitor?
No, I actually, I have my webcam covered up because for reasons.
So do I. Ever since I saw Mark Zuckerberg tape up his video cam, I was like, okay, I'm going to do the same thing then.
Oh well, yeah. I do certain things that maybe.
The other day, Mark Zuckerberg put on pants. That day I did too.
Yeah,
I
Matt.
still wear shorts, so fuck him.
Mark Zuckerberg also earned millions of dollars, but you're going to focus on the one thing he did to his computer, okay? You got your priorities straight.
You got to start somewhere.
All right. I think that's it for me, cute. Kat Countess, thank you for joining us.
Thanks for having me,
thanks.
and peace be with upon you all as you pass by your wishing tree, and may it grant you many things.
Word. I'm Joshua Harvey. I hope you don't die.
I'm at Chipway. I hope you all get as sick as I am right now.
Appropriate. Bye, everyone.